We all want to be successful. We want to end the day saying, yes, today I truly achieved something. But the reality, most of our plans disappear before noon even arrives. Time slips away scrolling endlessly on our phones or lost in overthinking. And at the end of the day, all we're left with is frustration and a long list of unfinished tasks. There's one core reason behind it. We haven't learned how to use our time wisely. And this is exactly where time boxing can bring a revolutionary change into our lives. Time boxing means assigning a specific time slot to a specific task. For example, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. for studying, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the gym. This way, every task gets boxed inside a time frame. It increases focus, prevents tasks from vanishing into the void of distraction, and brings order to chaos. Time boxing not only accelerates productivity, it boosts self-confidence, enforces discipline, and gives us back control over life. To understand the power of this method, let's dive into a story. The story of a young man who transformed his life from chaos to clarity through the magic of time boxing. In one corner of the city lived a young man whose life was completely disorganized. His eyes were full of dreams, but reality was full of disorder. Every morning he would write down a long to-do list in his diary, but by nightfall, hardly anything got done. He himself didn't know where the time went. On his wall hung a poster that read, "Not today, maybe tomorrow." He was a freelance graphic designer, but because of missed deadlines, unanswered emails, and half-done work, his client ratings were falling. His friends saw him as a joke. His mother often told him, "You're ruining your own life. At this rate, you'll never become anything." But he seemed numb to it all. His days passed watching YouTube late into the night, waking up late in the morning, and planning to start work after 10 p.m., which of course never really happened. One evening, an old friend came to town, a successful IT engineer who now worked at Google. They sat down at a cafe, catching up on life. Suddenly, the young man asked, "How do you even find time to do so much?" His friend smiled and said, "I don't find time. I make time. I use time boxing." "Time boxing?" the young man asked, unfamiliar with the term. His friend explained, "Yes. I assign fixed time slots to tasks. For example, gym from 7 to 8 a.m., emails from 8 to 9, development work from 9 to 10 a.m. 1. And during that time, I only focus on that one task, nothing else." He added, "This habit changed my life completely." That night, something clicked in the young man's mind. He thought, why not give it a shot? For the first time, he opened a calendar and created a proper schedule. 7 a.m. gym, 8 a.m. work, 10 a.m. rest, 11 a.m. work, and so on. The next morning, he woke up at exactly 6:55 a.m. He felt a bit lazy, but reminded himself, this is the power of time boxing, letting time discipline you. The first few days were hard. Sometimes he'd get distracted and open Instagram at the middle of work. But slowly his focus grew stronger. He started using a timer, which he named Focus Hour. It was 25 minutes of deep work, followed by 5 minutes of break. Days passed. After just 7 days, he was shocked. He had completed more in that 1 week than he had in the entire previous month. Client feedback turned positive. His mother said, "You seem more mature now." This new routine didn't just improve his productivity, it transformed his confidence. Earlier, he would hesitate before speaking in meetings. Now he could speak clearly and with purpose. His mind was organized, and he knew exactly what to say because his time was structured and so were his thoughts. Then one day, life threw him a thrilling challenge. He landed a massive international branding project, the biggest opportunity of his career. The deadline was tight, just 7 days, and the task was complicated. This was the true test of everything he had learned. He opened up his calendar again. He set aside 3 hours every day just for the project. No more casual hangouts, no more Netflix. Total focus. On the 4th day, disaster struck. His laptop crashed and all his design files were gone. It felt like thunder struck his mind. His hands trembled as he called his friend. "I'm finished. I can't do this anymore." His friend calmly said, "What's your habit?" "You time box. Now spend 1 hour rebuilding your mindset. Then get back to work." That night, he sat back down. He first spent 1 hour writing notes. What the project looked like, what elements he remembered. Then he worked 3 straight hours and rebuilt the first page. 2 days later, the project was completed. The client said, "This is one of the most disciplined and professional submissions we've ever received." Tears welled up in his eyes. This was the same young man who once wasted half his day on a couch, watching YouTube, now treating each moment like gold. What did we learn from this story? Time boxing isn't just a time management technique, it's a philosophy. It teaches us how to regain control over our time, how to bring order into a messy life. It teaches us that when we assign clear boundaries to tasks, the chaos in our minds starts to fade. Time boxing doesn't just make us more productive. It builds confidence, sharpens decision-making, and helps us respect ourselves more. When we assign a specific time to every task, our brain knows, right now, this is the only thing I need to focus on. That removes confusion, increases the quality of work, and most importantly, awakens the leader within us. From a scattered, lazy, procrastinating young man to a focused, confident, and reliable professional, this transformation happened not because of magic, but because of one simple but powerful habit: time boxing.